Yeah, hi there, this is Trevor Davis of Our Father's House. We're just following through this week as a basis of understanding what it is to be led by God, to have confidence in ourselves, to know that He's in our decisions and the way in which we go, the pathway in which we choose and we lead and so on. There's a scripture, and I referred to it just in yesterday's snippet, and I'll just take you there for a minute because I think it is a good scripture just to reflect on, and it is in Isaiah 9. We referred to that. It talks about there, unto us a child is born, and we hear a lot about that at certain times of the year, but let's listen to the whole of that scripture. Unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given. Now that's talking about Jesus. This is a prophetic word, speaking of the coming Christ. And it goes on further, and it says then, this is going to be his role. And the government shall be upon his shoulder. Government is a governing, overseeing and so on. We don't get that today. And his name shall be called Wonderful. It's worth breaking these words down. If you've got a minute to do a bit of a study, his word is wonderful. He is a counselor. That means he is a guider. He's a leader. It's like you go into the bush for a walk or something. You take a guide with you who leads you through and shows you the different things and talks to you about what's going on the pathway. Different things. Could be history, could be historic events, but the guide tells you these things to inform you about the way. So he is the counselor, he's a mighty God, he's the everlasting Father, and he's the Prince of Peace. So just think about that in the sense of God, he is our counselor. He leads us and he guides us. It's to know the ways of the Lord, and we can know those. So I'd like to today have a look at Psalm 37, a great psalm actually, and has many aspects of leading, guiding, and so on. And it starts off in saying, fret not yourself. That means don't get anxious. Don't start worrying about things. So then he goes straight on from there to say, well, this is why you don't need to worry. So fret not yourself because of evildoers. Neither be envious against the workers of iniquity. We can do that, can't we? We look at people, maybe even in the worldly sense, and we kind of look at, I wish I could be like them, I wish I could be like that, I wish I could be successful, or whatever that is. It doesn't matter. What the Lord is trying to say here is don't get excited about it, don't worry about it. I've got you in my hand. I'm directing you, I'm leading you. Then he goes on, he says, they shall soon be cut off. Who's that? Those who are evildoers. And then he says in verse 3, trust in the Lord and do good, and you shall dwell in the Lord. So the first point to learn here is to learn to trust in the Lord. That word trust literally means being confident in Him. This is your Hebrew meaning. To be confident in Him and to know that you can be bold as a consequence of that because you've got confidence in Him, the Lord. So trust in the Lord, do good, and you shall dwell in the land, and verily you shall be fed. Then the second point is delight. The word delight is an interesting word because it's the second thing he's asking us to do now. The word delight means be satisfied and give pleasure to the fact that you have this relationship with God. It means to commit yourself and your way and your course or your mode of life and your conversation, your journey, and trust Him to bring it to pass. That's what the word delight means. It's more than just kind of be happy. It actually means be happy that you've got somebody that you can talk to, communicate with, ask for help for, and just have this relationship going. It's a talking thing. It's a talk backwards and forwards as you go down the pathway, and He's going to, out of that, be able to direct you and so on. So delight yourself in the Lord, and He shall give you the desires of your heart. The word desire is a strong word. It's a passionate word. It's a desire. It's something we really hanker for. The word desire actually means, it's a strong word. It means to crave after. Something I really crave for. See? He will give to you those desires, he says. He'll give you the desires of your heart. There's good and bad to that. The bad is that if our desires are evil, the scripture says that they are, then maybe He's going to allow us to walk in that, so that we might turn back to Him, or we might turn to Him, that we might find that the bad way is not the good way, and then we turn to Him and allow Him to lead us and guide us. So delight yourself in the Lord. He'll give you the desires of your heart. Your next point is verse 5. It says, commit your ways. Commit your ways literally means to tell Him, talk to Him about what you are intending to do. Commit your ways to him. This is what I'm thinking of doing, Lord. And I want to commit this to you because I want you to lead me and I want you to guide me on it. So I want to tell you about it. So tell him about it. Don't tell everybody else. We so often tell so many people and we're looking for counsel from them or direction from it. Why don't we just tell him? Just tell God, I just want to commit to you what I'm thinking of, what I'm intending to do, and what I'm looking at. And I'm just going to get excited that I've got confidence in you to lead me and guide me. And he goes on, verse 7 says, now rest in the Lord. So the next thing is to rest. Rest, what does that mean? Just be at peace. Just be at peace. Don't get excited. Don't get agitated. Things are not working out. Just rest in him. Rest in him. Remember we had a look at Psalm 23, the aspect of he is our shepherd. He leads us to a place of rest. That's him. I mean, a place of rest. So he rests in the Lord and then wait. So there's your nigger. Wait. Wait patiently for him. Oh, now that's probably the hardest part of this whole chapter actually, is to learn to wait. Why do we not get to wait? We need to get onto it. That's the problem we have in our society today. Everything's instant. God, you've got to lead me now because I've got to make decisions now so that I can get on the road now. No, he says just wait for him. Wait for him. Maybe he's got a few things that he's got to work out first before he can get on the pathway. Just think about that. So wait, rest on the Lord. Wait patiently for him. And then there's, we can be like this as well, I suppose, but he says here, cease from anger. You see, anger and forsake wrath. What's he trying to say? Fret not yourself because of anybody else. Don't fret. Don't get excited. Don't get angry. Don't get heated up because the pathway doesn't look clear. Just learn to rest. I mean, what is this? Lord, this is what I'm thinking of doing. I'm a bit troubled about all of this. So I just want to tell you about it. You're my friend. You're my guide. You're my counselor. You're my shepherd. You're my friend. I just want to tell you about this because I really need you to give me some input into my life and my thinking to help me to just be restful in your presence. Well, that's what he's inviting us to do here. That's incredible. And then he goes on and he continues to bring some of those other aspects. A good scripture to remember from there as well. It's in the same passage, verse 23. Then the steps of a good man. How many times have we heard that? The steps of a good man are ordered. They are ordered of the Lord. What's he mean by being ordered? It means to be set into a direction. It means to be established. It means to prepare or to appoint that you and I would walk in a place of prosperity, place where we have confidence, we have faith, we have life, we have excitement. So my encouragement today, trust in him, delight yourself in him. Don't fret for anything else. Commit your ways to him. Allow him to unfold them. Then wait patiently for him to lead you and to guide you. So God bless you as you think about these few thoughts today. And I pray that they be helpful to you. But I ask you also, if you just click on the subscribe button today, we would appreciate that. Trust us has been helpful. Enjoy the day. God bless you.